Hello, it is Tuesday, April 9th, 2019. My name's Iggy, and of course, you are listening to the New School Baseball Podcast, Episode 4. On today's episode, we talk about last week's Players of the Week for the AL and NL, Travis Piscotty going off, Gleyber Torres going off, as well as the Yankees finally found their swing, becoming the Bronx Bombers once again. Fights in the league, aka Puig versus everybody. Someone get that on a t-shirt really quick. As well as we talk about the scores, we talk about my predictions for coming up and how the season's going to look for some teams after the first kind of week falls in here, and what to expect. All that and a little bit more coming up right now here on episode 4 of the New School Baseball Podcast. Alrighty, so first up on the docket here, we have the AL Player of the Week. Congratulations to Tim Beckham, winning Player of the Week for the, I believe it was the Mariners. And of course, the NL Player of the Week, the guy who went 4 for 4, hit three home runs, 4 home runs in the first 4 games. This guy's been doing it all. Christian Yelich for the Brewers. Congratulations to them winning the AL and NL Player of the Week, respectively. Moving on to some other notable news. Travis Piscotty, 4 days ago, so that would be Saturday, the 4th, went 4 for 4 with 5 RBIs. On that one, he had 4 home runs. Nope, 4 hits, 5 RBIs. As I'm looking at my notes here. Also, keeping with the trend of people that keep doing what they do, Gleyber Torres of the New York Yankees on same day went 4 for 4 with 4 hits, and 2 of those hits being home runs against the Orioles. And that kind of leads into what I want to talk about next here. The Yankees have found their swing, and they have become the Bronx Bombers once again. So for those of you who kind of doubted it really quickly there, by the way that the opening kind of week had started, they've gone 5-5. They are currently tied with the Baltimore Orioles for second place, and have kind of got a little bit of distance on between them and the Boston Red Sox. So for those of you worried that the Yankees were gonna somehow blow all this money, and that we're hoping that they would fail, I should change the name of this podcast to not another Yankees podcast. But yeah, no, that's not going to happen. They found their swings. They're heating up. We have, let's see here, how many people went yard? 14 home runs over the weekend against the Orioles, including 7 on the 7th of April. Sanchez had 3 in one game. That was on the 7th as well. So there's that. I mean, the Yankees are just kind of going off right now, and I mean that's kind of what you want to have if you're a Yankees fan. If you're the Yankees front office, the guys who spent a ludicrous sum of money, that's kind of the way it goes with that. Like you want them to be able to hit. You paid for them to do what they're doing now. Again, and it took the Orioles series for them to awaken, which is fine. I mean, like, it's one of those things where you like it to be earlier. You like spring training to happen, and for them to kind of just hop out into that early season form where they're not great, but they're still good, and for them to come out and kind of tank the way that they did, a lot of people were kind of shocked. But I mean, we're only 10 games into the season, so we still have 152 games left if you're a Yankees fan. So a lot can happen. I don't anticipate the Rays much. I haven't watched a lot of Rays baseball. I gotta catch up on some of those backlogged or condensed games and kind of get a better, well-rounded view of them. They seemed pretty quiet in the offseason. They seemed like they didn't do much to add. So I'm thinking that could just be a lot of fluky luck, a lot of well-played ball against some opponents who maybe weren't so great. So we'll definitely see coming up here The Orioles definitely took me by surprise. You have your first baseman, Chris Davis, going 0 for 47, the longest no-hit streak in the majors, and that's combined going from last September. Um, but yeah, somehow the Orioles were finding a way to win early. Uh, and yeah, they kind of just did their thing. Of course, they ran into the Yankees for that series, and the Yankees slaughtered them. But that was kind of to be expected. That wasn't like a, oh, how surprisingly the Yankees with Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres beat the Orioles, who have no one. Like they have. Sorry, they have Dwight Smith Jr., who they got from the Jays, who's playing their left field right now. And Chris Davis, not that Chris Davis from Oakland, but the Chris Davis that's 0 for 47. And, like, who else do they have for position players? They have no real big names. Yeah, those guys are prospects. I'm just looking up their roster right now. Oh, shit. I don't want to open that. Yeah, they have Cashner as a pitcher who's good. They got Trey Mancini. I forgot about Trey Mancini. I think he's the guy. Trey Mancini. Chris Davis is 0 for 47 right now. Andrew Cashner as a pitcher. Mind you, their second baseman Jonathan Villar is pretty good. I will say that he's a good batter. Defensively, he's good defensively as well, but I think his strength is in his offense, and that's one thing where the Orioles definitely need. But for them to kind of be up there, tied for second with the Yankees right now, yeah, it's only 10 games in, but I'm curious to see if that kind of gives them a confidence boost, and they kind of outperform themselves this year. So that'll be interesting to see for sure. Moving on, we talked about the Orioles. We're gonna jump a little bit timeline-wise. I didn't really do anything in order. I just kind of wrote stuff down on a random piece of paper. It looks like a serial killer's writing. It just stings and arrows everywhere. Jorge Polanco hits the first cycle of 2019, so congratulations to Jorge Polanco. That was versus the Phillies. He had a 5-hit night. He hit the cycle in his first 4 at bats, though. I believe he went triple single, home run, double. So there you go, attaboy. There have been 11 Twins that hit for the cycle. Ironically enough, Polanco wears number 11. But he is also the first hitter of the Twins to hit for a cycle that's been a switch hitter in that 5-hit night he have. So congratulations to Jorge Polanco. Good job on that one. For all you Twins fans out there, you must be ecstatic. Fucking stoked. So there's that. Yeah, good job. Congratulations. Hopefully the Twins can keep it going. Right now they're currently third in the AL Central, right behind the Detroit Tigers and Cleveland. But I mean, they're not. It's not like they're really out of it. They're 1 game back of Cleveland. Cleveland is 6-3, and the Twins are 5-3, and they're 2 games back of Detroit, who's 7-3. Who, yeah, they got a couple games in hand here, so that's not too bad. They got 2 games in hand on both the Royals and the Tigers, and 1 game in hand on the Cleveland team. I'm not going to say the last part, and the Chicago White Sox. So Minnesota's in a good spot. They got a couple games in hand. They can kind of, if they win those 2 games, they're right back in it. They're making a play for first. So it'll be interesting to see what the Twins do. Pardon me. Coming up in the AL Central, that's for sure. Moving over to the AL West, something that kind of threw me for a loop and kind of came out of nowhere, the fact that the Seattle Mariners are 10-2 right now. Going back on it really quick, Edwin Encarnacion, former Jay, went off with a 2-home-run night last night, so congratulations to him as well. T's and P's to those poor baseballs that he got a hold of, because oh my god, he's gonna Like I've seen him live. I've seen him nearly rip the cover off a baseball, and this dude just generates so much power. It's ridiculous. So, ooh, that's my cell phone. I should probably turn that down. But yeah, congratulations to the Mariners fans for being first in the AL West. That's definitely no easy feat when you have former World Series champion, the Angels with Mike Trout, and the Oakland A's, who somehow, like, they're playing good baseball, but I mean they're just doing Oakland things, and that's kind of to be expected. I've always had a soft spot for the Oakland A's, ever since I was a kid. Like I like the A's, not more than the Jays, but like if it was the A's and the Jays, I wouldn't be sad if it went to extras. You know, if it was when the Jays were going into the playoffs 2015, I believe the A's were playing the wild card, and not gonna lie, I was hoping the A's won their wild card, and there might be a matchup against the Jays along the road. It didn't happen, but I mean it is what it is. You can't you can't get everything that you hope and dream for, but it was one of those things that I was like, all right, well, if it happens, great. Can we talk about really quick how the Angels are 5-6? Like, how? I get it. You've had a tough schedule. Like right now, their series is against the Brewers, and that's gonna be that's gonna kind of be where we're at right now. But as far as it goes, like, you played Oakland to start the season. You won 1 of 4. You dropped 2 to Seattle. You beat Texas 3 times out of 4. Oh shit, they won last night. And they beat the Brewers. But that's still only 5 wins? Ooh, that's their spring training. Yeah, that's still only 5 wins. Like, for sure should have beat Texas. For sure should have beat the Athletics. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. You can't really say anything about that. That's baseball. They'll hopefully turn it around sooner rather than later. And I don't know if it's just me, but I truly do believe that for some teams, it's just a matter of fact that you have to, you take a little bit to come out of the gate, you heat up, you might drop a couple, and then you go on the win streak. Like, you just go hard, and you just keep, you almost have to find a way to lose towards the end of the season, going into playoffs. That's always kind of the way that I've seen a lot of the good teams be great, whereas the underdog teams, are fight your whole way through, fight to get into playoffs, fight through playoffs, and maybe you do it. I know I just literally described an underdog versus one of the favorites, but I feel like LA should be a favorite. I don't. It is early. It is early, but it also could be the fact that, like, we could easily see LA just become the new Nationals, where they're a good team, and they'll wreak havoc in the regular season, and come playoff time, they're out in the first round. And I think that's a waste of Mike Trout's talent? Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. But I mean, he's the one who signed an extension. He's a big boy. He can figure it out. I don't believe he had a trade clause on his. Yeah, he there's no clauses on his contract, I believe. If I am incorrect, please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, I don't think he had a trade clause, and there's no opt-out options. So if that's the case, it's going to be a rough little bit for Trout over there. So yeah, there's that. There's my thoughts on the American League. We'll jump right here. Wow. where it's we'll jump up right into the National League. I still fucked that up, but whatever. Let's keep going. We'll jump into the National League right now, just in like 2 seconds. Here we go. Leading off for the National League, we're going to talk about the NL East. Phillies, of course, holding their spot 7-2 in first place. They took it to the Nationals. Hoskins homered twice in last night's game there on the 8th, and he just kind of did his thing to help the boys win. Of course, you have Harper doing his thing as well. A little bit quiet in the last game there. He didn't do a whole heck of a lot. But, I mean, the Phillies are 7-2, so who cares? The Mets coming in out of nowhere. They're 6-3 for second place right now. And the Braves are 6-4 for third. The Marlins are in the basement, of course, and the Nationals are 4-5. I don't see the Nationals doing anything good this year. I think it's the year that they finally realize that. Not that Harper was the team, but the system that they have is so far gone now that they don't have Harper. Like, yeah, you can add the pieces and try and build that playoff push when you have that young core talent. But now that that one piece, that all-star is gone, that team just can't find a way to pick it up and bring it together. So that's why I can assume, give it maybe a year. Yeah, I think the 2020 season, you'll see the Nationals blow it up. They'll start trading everybody. Rendon's going to be gone. Their fucking catcher. They traded their catcher. Shit, who am I thinking? Corbin's going to be gone. Doolittle's going to be gone for pitchers. Let's see, who else is going to be gone there? Strasburg's going to be gone. Yan Gomes is going to be gone. They might keep Kurt Suzuki because, I mean, he's a good backup. He's transitioned him into the everyday to help with the younger pitchers. Defoe's going to be gone. Dozier's going to be gone if he doesn't retire. Rendon's going to be gone. Trey Turner's going to be gone. Zimmerman's going to be gone. Adam Eaton's going to be gone. Victor Robles is going to be gone. Juan Soto's going to be gone. Michael Taylor's going to be gone. They're just going to blow that whole thing up. I'm going to call that like next year. Next year they blow it up. And there's nothing anyone's going to be able to do about it. They're going to blow it up, get those prospects in, replenish their farm system, and kind of keep on rolling from there. The NL Central. Oh my God, the NL Central. Of course, the Brewers are doing their thing. They're 8-3 for first. The Pirates are 5-4. And let's just start with the Pirates here for a second. So, first thing, on Sunday, the 7th, the Pirates are playing the Reds. The Reds are also in the basement at 1-8. Like, that's a rough record. So a little bit of frustration in the Reds dugout, the clubhouse, right? So the Reds play the Pirates. Archer throws behind. It was Derek something. Shit, what was his name? I should really have this planned out beforehand. It was Derek Dietrich. Dietrich? I think it's Dietrich. But yeah, he throws at him like inside, misses, throws behind him, and then it goes off. Of course, the skipper for the Reds comes out after there's been a warning tossed at both ways. He's like, well, why the fuck? One, why are you warning us? Because we don't get a chance to retaliate now. Two, if you thought there was intent there, just toss him. Valid argument. I'm not going to say what I would prefer to see, because it's definitely not right, but it is what it is. So there's an argument, life goes on, except for the fact that as the skipper's talking to the umpires, Yasiel Puig comes out just flying, ready to go. So he goes, tries to get to Archer. People jump in. There's a lot of pushing and shoving. I don't think there was any fists thrown. I've watched the video a couple times, and I'll link it down below in the description. But yeah, I've watched the video a couple times, and I honestly do not believe that there are any punches thrown in this scrum. It's I'm just gonna try and load it up here so I can do a play-by-play commentary, and I will pause my recording and bring it back as soon as I have that. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so here we have it. There's the warning to Archer. Dietrich kind of stands out, stares at him. Manager comes out under just mad screaming. Bench coach comes out. Puig comes out ready to go after Archer. Dugout's empty. A lot of pushing and shoving going on. Umpire staying out of it the whole way. Pushing and shoving, pushing and shoving. Votto grabs Puig, pulls him out. Melky Cabrera comes over to try and talk him down. Everyone's got him. Votto's literally bear hugging it right now, and there's a bunch of pushing and shoving. Tanner Roark's throwing some shoves around. Steven Brawl from the bullpen comes out. Bullpens are sprinting in as we speak. 50 seconds in. The funniest part is someone's a little bit fired up, like and he loses his hat, and that's what all the announcers can talk about. It's kind of hilarious. So Myles Garrett is fired up. Keone Kella's fired up. They're yelling at each other, and now cooler heads seem to prevail. Matt Kemp's in the middle talking about it. And then as David Bell's walking away, he's the Cincinnati Reds skipper. He keeps yelling over at someone that you can't see off camera. He keeps yelling over. And then Puig is being yelled at by someone. And he's still being held back by Votto and Cabrera. Like, literally, Francisco Cervelli is sitting there looking like he just got punched in the face. And then he breaks out of the grip of Melky Cabrera. Someone tries to hold him back. He's holding onto his foot. And he gets a hold of a Pittsburgh Pirates coach. Later, we find out it's the hitting coach. It has him in a full fucking headlock. This is just fantastic. Like, it's nuts. So far, there's been no word of a suspension yet. So I was just looking at my phone to see. But Puig versus everybody is a shirt that you can expect very, very soon, and it's gonna happen, boys and girls. So there's that. I'm gonna copy that link just for when I upload this. So yeah, do I like seeing fighting in baseball? Fuck yeah, I do. Guys standing up for his teammate, absolutely. Do I like to see pointless shit like, oh, he kind of missed me inside, so I'm gonna charge them out? No. But if there's a reason for it, and you think a guy's being thrown at, I mean, I personally like to see a little bit of the retaliation. Like, you throw at my guy, I throw at your guy. All right, we're done. And if it keeps going, then let's go. But that happened against the Reds. Then the following day against Chicago, it's Jameson Taillon on the mound against John Lester. First inning goes along no problem. Second inning, no problem. Bottom of the second, Taillon's pitching. First 2 outs, bang, bang. Grounder hit to the shortstop side. Should have it. Throws a little bit wide of the bag. First baseman should have played that. Like, should have just got off the bag. But no, he played it like it was going to be a perfect pitch, or a perfect throw. So it sails into the stands. The runner goes to second. Right? Out of play, you get the bag plus 1 bag. Done. So runner at second. On the throwing error charged to the shortstop. Inning goes on. Lester comes up, hits a double, slides into second. Now take note that I say that he slides into second. Then a walk, and then a single, and Lester's now at third. Base is juiced. There's a play again, hit to shortstop. And there's 2 outs, so everyone's going. The shortstop bobbles it, then throws it away. I think it was he tried to force the play at second. I think it was, so it goes into center field. Lester then runs home, slides it at home because he thinks there might be a play. Inning goes on, so now there's 3 errors charged to the shortstop, and I will get you a name in 2 seconds. But the 3 errors charged to the shortstop hasn't happened in 119 years. So for those of you who are bad at reverse math, that's Uh, that's the year 1900. So that's how that goes. For the roster side of things, the shortstop currently, Kevin Newman. So he had 3 errors charged to him, first time since the year 1900. Um, just crazy. It's crazy. Like that's so 6 runs come across in that inning, but not before Jameson Taillon takes a liner off the top of his head into center field. So liner screaming shot back at him. He ducks out of the way, kind of tries to cover up, hits the top of his hat, bounces up about 20 feet, and goes into center field. Uh, he goes down to a knee, stands back up. Trainers obviously come out, look at him. He finishes off the inning somehow, which is just unreal. But yeah, they definitely pulled him after that half inning. So 600 runs in that inning. He gets pulled after being hit by a liner. Top of 3. Lester comes out to pitch, walks the first batter, hasn't been able to hit the strike zone. Velocity is down. They pull him. Joe Madden comes out, pulls him, sees says your velocity's down, you can't hit the zone, you're pulled. Get new pitchers in, get a new pitcher in. It's absolutely crazy. I'll also link to the Pittsburgh Gazette, I believe it is. Yeah, they did an article on it, which was fantastic, and I'll definitely link to that, and you guys should check it out. It's nuts though. It's crazy. This NL Central is gonna be. I honestly think you could probably make 3 or 4 movies out of what's happened so far. We're only 10 games into the season, so like it's absolutely fantastic. I love the NL Central. It's gonna be fun to watch this year. Moving on to the NL West, the Dodgers first place right now. Kind of to be expected. The Dodgers are the Dodgers. They're going to do Dodger things as soon as they get Kershaw back. It's going to be unstoppable. Padres sitting in second, and everybody else can fight for third. That's kind of the way the NL West is. Not as close as the NL Central. Like the NL Central, realistically, it's going to be St. Louis and the Brewers fighting for first, second, and then I honestly see the Pirates in third. But it's one of those things where the Pirates can make a play if they kind of keep on holding out, winning the games that they have to, just winning a series. It'll be an interesting watch, that's for sure. Yeah, that's about it right now. There's a new little thing here that I have on this app that I use. It's the leaders section. So the AL leaders right now, batting average, your leader is Tim Anderson of the Chicago White Sox right now. He's batting .517. Second place is Carlos Santana and DJ LeMahieu, .419 and .406 respectively. Tim Beckham is batting .400 and Trey Mancini is batting .385. Pardon me. Hits leaders. Who is this guy? Domingo Santana, 17 hits. Tim Beckham, 16 hits. Matt Semien, 16 hits. Tim Anderson, 15 hits. Ellis Andrews, 15 hits. Home runs, Jay Bruce, over with the Mariners. Jay Bruce has 6. Gary Sanchez has 6, so he's tied for first. Crush, Chris Davis of the Oakland Athletics has 5. Trey Mancini has 5. Mike Trout has 5. They're all tied for third place right now. RBIs, Domingo Santana, 19. Mike Trout, 12. Tim Beckham, 11. Jay Bruce, 11. Joey Gallo, 11. Runs scored, Tim Beckham, 13. Trey Mancini, 11. Domingo Santana, 11. Jay Bruce, 10. Edwin Encarnacion, 10. Slugging percentage, Mike Trout is sitting at 933. Beckham is at 825. Mancini is at 821. Tim Anderson's at 793. Gary Sanchez is at 750. Stolen bases, D. Gordon's got 5. Thomas Pham? Tim Pham? Tommy Pham. Yeah, close. 5 stolen bases. Malik Smith, 4 stolen bases. Whit Merrifield, 3. Jose Ramirez, 3. ERA, Matt pretty sure it's Matt. Yeah, Matt Schumacher for the Jays, 0.00, tied for first with with sorry, ooh. Tied currently with Mike Clevenger and Matt Moore. Trevor Bauer has a 0.64, and Jordan Zimmerman of the Tigers has a 0.66. Strikeouts, Blake Snell obviously has that lead at 27. I'm not even going to bother with the rest. Wins, Marco Gonzalez. Damn it. I guessed. He has 3 innings pitched. Marco Estrada, 20.1, is in second place, right behind the young, great Jose Barrios for the Twins. So he's being beaten out by .1, or a third of an inning. It's great. Saves, Sean Green has it right there. And for holds, for those of you who care, Lou Trevino for the A's has 5 holds. The NL leaders currently, batting average, I'm just going to do top guys for this one because we're getting a little long here. Cody Bellinger, 435 for a batting average of the Dodgers, of course. Hits, Cody Bellinger, yeah, that's what I said. 20 hits. Home runs, Cody Bellinger, 7. RBIs, Cody Bellinger, 19. Runs scored, Cody Bellinger, 18. Slugging percentage, Cody Bellinger, 978. Stolen bases, just kidding, it's not Cody Bellinger, it's Trey Turner. Earned run average, Jacob deGrom, 0.0, tied with Joe Musgrove of the Pirates. Strikeout, Scherzer, 28. Wins, ooh, now this is going to be fun to pronounce. Julius Chaseen, probably butchered that one, of the Brewers. He has 2 wins. Innings pitched, Bob Gardner, 19 innings pitched, tied for first with Scherzer. Saves, Kirby Yates of the Padres has 6. He leads the NL. And holds, another Padres, Craig Stammen, 6 holds. So yeah, there is that. Going through for MLB leads. Hopefully you folks enjoyed the podcast. A little bit of a different kind of style today, a little bit under the weather. So just kind of try to get as much of it out try to get as much of it out and as clear and concise as possible. But yeah, hopefully for Thursday I'll be feeling a little bit better. If you folks enjoyed, feel free to drop a like. And as always, if you're new, subscribe. The podcast comes out every Tuesday, Thursday. I've kind of set that schedule now, so that's what we're going to do, Tuesday, Thursdays for new episodes. And I might do some streaming stuff and just talk baseball over the weekend on Sunday for a couple hours, but that's nothing yet. So I'll keep you guys informed if I do. Until then, though, folks, until Thursday, my name has been Iggy. Of course, you've been listening to the New School Baseball Podcast, episode 4. I sincerely hope you liked it and enjoyed it. And, of course, live life like a 3-0 count and just swing. Thank you guys very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.